Welcome back to another episode of Bad Advice Only. We're your rats, Tara, Nora, and Allie. We make the New York City mistakes so you don't have to. Hey, rats. Today, we're going to be talking about the do nots of dating in the early stages. But before we get started, a couple housekeeping items. Number one, we decided to do this when I have been sick, listener, for 10 days now, 11 days. So yeah, Nora and Allie Rat were like, what better way to utilize this dog face than get on here and let the rats see just how shit we all look, but mostly feel.
Honestly, you look great. Like, you look better than I do, and I feel totally fine. So,
I think we can all agree that I look great because I'm in this Colombia lighting. I'm in Colombia, folks.
Yeah, so before we get into that, one more shout out. Patreon, guys, get on Patreon. We're talking some crazy shit on there. It's only $4.99. Get on there, listen, talk to us. We'll say some dirty, dirty shit back.
So, Tara, what are we talking about today?
We're going to be talking about the don'ts of dating in the early stages. So the do not, listener, do not. But before we dive in, Nora, do you want to give the listener just a little bit more about your Colombia comment?
I'm in Colombia with a man for December.
is it early days? Is this an early dating do not?
Early days, definitely a do not. Well, we talked about this on a previous episode, traveling with men, and like, I'm still doing it, and I love it.
It must have been like, we just talked about this in that episode of, early stages. So I guess Nora just got a little tickle and booked a trip with a boo.
Booked my
We
trip
love
to
it.
Colombia. I've got my Colombian coffee, which I love. But yeah, Allie, you are in a closet.
I'm in a closet, listener. I didn't go into the studio today. Here I am in my closet. Welcome. Rat life, rat hack. You can make anywhere a studio, okay?
As the only sick professional one, I am in the studio today. So just hitting y'all here live from New York.
Well, in a way, we're all commuting because I'm in New Jersey, so we're all in different places in our lives. But thank you for kicking the episode off, Tara. I wanted to focus specifically on my early dating faux pas because I feel like whenever we do sex advice or dating advice, Nora and Tara, your advice is honestly pretty sound, or like at least way less crazy girl than anything I do. And I think we can all agree that whenever I do something, it is like beyond crazy girl and it's honestly cringe. So I wanted to talk through a few things that have happened recently, some things that I've done in the past, all early stages, and then we'll wrap it up with a cute what I've learned.
I want to put out there before you get into your crazy girl, I think we all have acted and do act like crazy girls in early stage dating. Like, I think we've all made a lot of mistakes. And I continue to do so, and I'm fine with that.
You're in Colombia right now.
Yes, but I think hers are still a little less crazy. Let me just jump into the most crazies. So I have 3 in particular that I would love to just highlight top of mind. And also, listener, if I'm squinting, I don't have my glasses on, so I am almost certifiably blind during this episode, so bear with me. But yeah, I feel like just to give some context on how I operate in case the last year and a half you haven't understood, I have a lot of anxiety and I tend to analyze every situation, and then I just act without thinking. I would say 95% of the time. So just to quick give you where my frame of reference is, the 3 examples that I want to list out are all things that have happened within the first 3 to 6 dates.
Oh, early.
So
early.
Early.
Beyond early. That's like, I don't know, fetal.
Yes. Okay. So I'll start with like the least offensive one, which was on a 3rd date one time with Ryan, who we know we don't give him a nickname, Ryan. He, on our 3rd date, was like, hey, do you want to go to this salsa club? And I was like, yeah, that sounds so fun, which honestly is kind of like a little aggressive, but we all know I'm a performer. We all know I love to dance.
An intense 3rd date. Like, that
Oh,
works
I
for
know.
you. For me, no way.
Super intense 3rd
Sounds
date.
like fun, but I wouldn't be great at it.
That's not the worst part. The worst part is he was like, my cousin's coming. Have I ever told you this story?
No, I've never heard about you going on a date with family members.
Yeah. So
3rd date.
Yes. And so, like, I agreed to this before we even went on the date because I was like, wow, he wants me to meet his family. Like, how great am I? Like, this is so cool. Like, I am fully in my 20s, fully have no idea what's going on. And I'm like, whatever, we'll try it, right? Never say never. Then I was like thinking there surely will be other people there. Like, it can't just be me, this guy, and his cousin. But it was. And it was a girl cousin, which I think somehow makes it worse.
Wait, what was it?
It was just me, this guy, his girl cousin, in a 3-floor salsa club. And we went at like 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, like too early to be out
At a club.
at a club dancing. And so I was like dancing with this strange woman, dancing with Ryan. And honestly, like it was hard because I was like, do we kiss? Like, do we drink? You know, how do I behave? Like,
I don't
so
think you
uncomfortable.
kissed. You
I
obviously
kissed
kissed your
him.
cousin, not Ryan. That's the only acceptable behavior.
I didn't do
Did
that.
you make out with Ryan in front of the cousin?
I did. Yeah. Yep.
And what was the cousin doing? The cousin was just salsaing alone?
She was like, yeah, like salsaing alone in the corner, like talking to random men. And the club was weird. Like, I don't think the club exists anymore. It was like in Times Square, like the absolute worst part of the city.
That sounds horrid.
Yeah.
So meeting the family on a third date, no go?
No go. I mean, not for me. Like, I feel like I would have preferred like a sit down dinner, maybe.
This is his fault. This is not your fault. Like, I mean, yes, did you say yes to it? But this is more like you're the victim, in my opinion. I don't know. What do you think, Nora?
Yeah, he moved too fast. Though I do want to say I have been roasted by many men for introducing them to my family too early, meaning Tara. She's my fucking roommate. Anytime I bring a guy home, they're like, wow, you're introducing me to your family. And I'm like, no, I live with my sister. Shut up.
Little bitches. Here's my thought on Ryan and your threesome. He is known for having threesomes. He's known for cheating on you with threesomes. Does anyone maybe think that he was, trying?
I do. This was a bullet point on my outline. I do. Do you think he's fucking the cousin? I do, right?
How
More
sure are you that she's the real cousin?
10%. This man is so weird. My mom also used to have this conspiracy because his sister was like 25 years older than him. And my mom had this conspiracy theory that his sister was his mother and that his grandparents were like posing as his real parents and nobody said anything about it. So I don't believe anything to be true with this man.
So I believe that conspiracy, that happens more times than you would think. And sleeping with your cousin also happens more times than you think. So I'm not surprised by any of this. I say you are innocent in this faux pas.
I'm gonna throw y'all a real wild card here. To the cousin fucking. I went out with a man once who told me how he shared with his therapist that he had sexual thoughts about his own sister. And his therapist said, I hear that all the time.
Shut the fuck up.
Swear to God. And I was like,
when was this? I thought this was going to be a different story of this other man who told you he was like trying to fuck his aunt in a club. Why does this keep happening?
No. What? First of all, were you his therapist, Nora? Because why would he be disclosing that to you as well?
I have no idea because people open up to me. And he told me that his therapist was basically like, well, did you act on it? And he was like, ew, no. And she was like, well, some people do. So yeah, y'all, let's do an incest episode. Patreon.
That's a great Patreon episode.
I have another guy story too, and something did happen. Look, I'm not trying to get into a philosophical discussion about it. I just want to try that again. No, because I've never been able to say that word, so I just have to live with it.
Okay. So she just butchers it. You do have one of those faces for people to tell you really disturbing things.
It's your bug eyes.
I am curious, if he wanted you to sleep with him and his sister. Maybe he was like teeing you up in the same way Ryan was.
So you dated his cousin?
I don't know. I never followed up. That was the only time I met her in the full year and a half of our relationship.
Okay,
never saw her again.
That's sketchy.
Yeah, listener, you dated this man for a year and a half after this third date and never once were you like, how's your cousin that I met? Should we get lunch or dinner with her sometime? All right, there's something really
got
fishy about
suspicions.
this.
I did get lunch with the two sets of parents.
What do you
However,
mean two?
his
Oh.
sister, his sister's
Oh.
mom, and his real parents.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so I'm glad that you think I'm innocent. I'm glad I said this was going to be the most tame one. The next one I would say spikes
Innocent.
up. So this next one spikes up quite a bit. And Nora, I know you have your coffee, so this one might make you a little pukey. But shitting on a dick.
Oh.
Sarah's
What
face.
number date? What number date?
It was probably date 4 that I shit on this dick, and it was not by accident. Well, it was by accident, but it was also by anal.
I really want to give you the innocent gabble again, but everything you're saying is so disturbing.
Bear with me. It takes place in the financial district of Manhattan. I'm in an apartment, and it is with Rave Daddy early days.
Did he live there? I don't remember him
Yeah,
living there.
when he lived in Manhattan when we all first started having to deal with him.
Yep. And so he's sitting on his couch. I'm giving him some head whilst he's chugging a bottle of wine watching TV.
It's
Picture that.
quite rating.
He picks me up, turns me around, and there I go. Hop on pop.
Pause.
And
First time anal?
no.
With
This
him,
was
I
our
mean.
4th date, so it was our 4th time.
Is it really?
I don't remember. Yeah, we had done it before. But so we're going along. I'm drunk. He's drunk. I'm like just bouncing around like a pogo stick. And then I start to like smell something, but I'm like, I don't know. I'm new to this. I'm just like, la, la, la. And then we went to shower and like that was the end of it. And then about like maybe 2 to 4 weeks later, we go to dinner. And then he mentions and tells me that I've shit on his dick. And I am now mortified, but it's just my bodily reaction.
How much shit did he
He
describe?
didn't give me like a description of it, but I mean, based off of the smell alone,
This makes me so mad. I'm just raging in my brain right now. I hate Rave Daddy, obviously, but I also just hate heteros. Like hetero men, that they want anal so badly. They want it so badly, but they have no idea how to do it properly. And it makes me so mad. There's preparation involved. There's conversations involved. Like, you gotta talk about your feelings if you want to have good anal and not get shit on your dick. You're guaranteed dick shit if you don't prep.
That's true.
I have goosebumps. I have goosebumps. I'm so angry. Fuck this man.
when did you shit on a dick, Nora?
Just once. Just once. The one time I tried the anal. It really wasn't my fault because it was sort of like a on the completion act.
Okay.
Like that's like a like an
So that's like a waterfall. It's like putting a...
on
I'm
the
not
completion.
following.
Okay. Completion end on man's side. That is an enema.
Correct. Yeah, it's like a waterfall upstream.
Right. Like that is like a cleansing process. So like, did I shit or did it just like come out dirty? That's the question.
It's a gray area. It's murky waters.
It literally is murky.
Murky waters.
Murky semen.
I appreciate the anger and the support. Like, I appreciate all of it. I still wouldn't recommend doing it like the 3rd to 4th date, but like whatever suits your butt.
What date did you engage in the anal? Do you remember?
First.
Probably the first
Not
date,
the
yeah.
first.
It must have been.
Anal on the first date is like the new like craziest thing you can do, I think, right?
Should I have started with that?
I have a theory because I know someone else that had anal sex for the first time they ever hooked up. And I have this theory that it's religious men and they're terrified of having penetrative sex vaginally because it's less pure, especially if they want to date this person.
Oh, ew.
Yeah. Or the opposite, where they don't want to date this person. And this is like where my friend comes in, not you, Allie, the other one that I'm thinking of. I think they didn't want to have vaginal sex because they were like saving that for their like wife.
Doesn't count. It doesn't count.
Doesn't count.
Allie, is it kind of sweet that he was saving that pussy? Okay, quick pause. I'm interrupting this episode to call you out. Yes, you. You've been listening to 10 minutes for free. You're getting all this premium bad advice, and you haven't even paid the toll. What's the toll? The toll is hitting the fucking follow button. Hit the follow button on our show page, on Spotify, or hit that plus sign on Apple Podcasts. Okay, back to the show.
My butthole's been clenching ever since we were talking about this subject. But Tara, I got distracted by you calling anal sex because I feel like I haven't heard its Christian name in a really long time. And then I thought it was really sweet that you tied it back to religion. Like, that was very good. That was like you writing a book.
Sodomy. We should start using sodomy. I like that word way better. Does that imply non-consent?
Yeah.
Strike it from the record.
Strike it from the record, gal.
Incest, sodomy. I like that we're tying all of these back to something really, really awful. Let's keep going.
Back to Allie's mistakes, though. I don't think shitting on the book was the mistake. I think anal on a first date is the mistake. I think that's pretty, like, up there on bad advice only wild moves.
That's your thing. And,
right.
No way to perform is that Allie's thing.
It was not my thing. I had never done it realistically before, except for that one person that like shoved it in my butt by accident in college and then fed me that chicken.
Yeah. I remember that.
Sarah's face. Okay. And so the last point that I wanted to make of crazy shit that I've done, and this has happened twice now, once with Rave Daddy and once with a new man that I've started seeing recently. The first time I did this was with Rave Daddy on literally again, like our fourth date. And then with this new guy, it's been about 6 dates. Like, it's
I know what it is.
Way too early. But I have said I love you whilst under the influence and then completely pretended like it's never left my mouth.
Mm.
And so that's where I'm at. I can explain the first one, which I think everybody knows from flashback to like our 4th episode on the pod ever. Had a rave in New York City.
And you
grew up on that kid. I took a bunch of extracurriculars, aka drugs. Was feeling myself. Nora was getting laid in my bed at the same time. I was feeling all sorts of love. And I mentioned to Rave Daddy that I loved him.
You mentioned.
Just mentioned it. Now he said it back that night.
Did he?
I don't have any recollection because I threw up 7 times that night.
I gotta say, I think it's crazier for him to say it than for you to say it.
Right.
Well, he too was on drugs.
That's true.
What about your most recent scenario of saying the L
one was a little worse because he was dead sober. So what had happened was I was at a holiday party, and I actually haven't seen either of you to tell you this in full detail. But I was at a holiday party getting absolutely hammered. Like, when I mean hammered, I mean like shot in one hand, double fisting vodka water in the other. Yep. All night.
Listener, Allie, we just have to let the listener know our 33-year-old friend Allie has decided shots are her new drink of choice, and it is abysmal. I'm judging her for it, and I think it's freaking disgusting. I gave up shots at 30, and I've maybe had like 3 since then.
It's new. I think Allie's done more shots in her 30s than all of her 20s, possibly.
100%.
And you know what? I'm saving a lot of money.
Is it cheaper? Is that the move?
I'm getting hammered. I'm getting hammered out here.
With a shot.
Yeah.
I don't know. Never looked at a bill.
Never looked at a bill. Bad advice only.
So right. I'm getting wasted.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting wasted. And I had no intention of seeing this man. I had just spent the last 2 days with him, which was already like a little much considering it was so early on. But he does live in the city, listener, and I live in Jersey, as we know. And getting home wasted at midnight on a Wednesday just really didn't seem like something I wanted to do. And he was like, you can come here if you want. And I was like, no, I'm hammered. Like, I had let him know that I had just kissed a woman at the bar. Like, I was really going after it. I was like, I don't think I should see you tonight. Like, things aren't going well. Then he's like, just come here. Like, it's going to be fine. Because he's literally the sweetest man on earth and doesn't care. Or he's a criminal. I don't know which one yet. We have time to find
Or
out.
even like 3 dates. You know.
So I go in the car. Bless you. That was very cute. So I go in the car and I go to his apartment. And for some reason, I decide to call him on the way to his apartment. Like, very unnecessary. I'm going to see him in moments. And I'm roasting him. Like, I'm being so mean to this man for no reason, just because I'm feeling sassy. Get out the car, go to his apartment. We're hanging out. We're having a good time. I am now sweet. I'm like literally a Sour Patch Kid. I'm like an evil person. Like, I'm like being so cute and sweet. And then all of a sudden we're just laying there and I'm like, I just love you. And he is holding me, doesn't say anything, pats me kind of like this, like on the shoulder. And then for some reason I go, I'm out here wreaking havoc, roll over, pass out.
Oh my. I'm wreaking havoc. Oh, you got a pat? Did you discuss it the next day? I love
No,
that.
why would
She's
I?
saying,
I woke up and I was like, I browned out a little, like I don't really know.
I'm not gonna lie, I think Allie is just presenting the perfect way to get a man. Act sour, act sweet, say I love you, pass the fuck out.
The gavel is raised and she is guilty. This is so this is so painful. I mean, okay, luckily, listener, it's not like Allie's trying to find a husband or anything. Like, who knows?
Who knows?
Have you heard from him since?
Yeah. So we've hung out a bunch. And that was before I just went away for the weekend and he FaceTimed me every day I was gone. So I think he loves me back.
Allie
All
has
right,
a
we're here with the
friend.
bad advice only. How do
No, I
man?
really think that was like a very strategic move, and I gavel innocent.
Oh my God.
We're split.
It's a
Well,
split
to be
room.
fair, I too have accidentally told a man I love them while wasted, probably like twice in early days.
What is wrong with you two bitches?
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of love to give.
I
Yeah.
don't.
It's because
I
we're
have a
so
limited-
lovable and loving.
You know what? Allie, especially because she just says I love you to anyone, and that's why I don't take her love seriously. You did it multiple times now that I remember to Rave Daddy. Not only when you were on drugs, but like when you were like getting in a car and leaving his place, you were like, "Hey,
Yeah.
love you, bye," and like hop in the car
That was
you
bad.
said love you, bye to everyone. And yeah, that was stone cold sober, I would guess.
Yeah. But then that night I blacked out and threw up at a bar because I was so paranoid that he didn't say it back.
Oh,
There's that anxiety.
should he have said it back? He had only said it back that one time.
He did set the precedent.
I have a cute I love you story. So yeah, we should do an I love you episode. Mine involves 7 days worth of diarrhea.
Oh, that does sound cute.
Like the 8 days of Hanukkah. That's a lot of diarrhea.
You're late, guys, and I don't know how to spell diarrhea. So when I went to the doctor finally, I was writing out my symptoms. I was like,
Diarrhea is like restaurant. Like I never know where the H goes.
So hard. The two hardest words to spell. Tara, you haven't shared any of your dating faux pas. Are you just perfect?
oh my God, I think I've been like half in, half out of all of these conversations because my brain's a little broken. Of course, I have dating faux pas. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I've definitely never said I love you. I'm not pathetic.
Yeah, she doesn't even tell me she loves me, so that would be tough for her.
You don't tell
Yeah.
me either.
Well, we all know about the family trauma.
Family. That's a faux pas. I totally have talked about family trauma on the first date. Totally.
Same. I do that too. And I know people like, I've had guys be like, well, I want someone close with their family. And I'm like, okay.
I actually have a follow-up question, though, to something you raised earlier, Nora, which is people think that you introduce them to Tara too early. Tara, do you do something when you meet these men that make them say that?
Yes.
Or vice versa? Like if you bring somebody home to Nora, like what's the normal situation?
So normally I'll start out cool and coy. But then I immediately, the minute the boy like kind of lets his guard down and chills, I flip the script immediately. So like a lot of times when they leave the apartment, I'll say, bye, I'll miss you. See you next time, or stuff like that. Or I try to give them a hug. Um,
Or she'll be like, what are your intentions with my sister? This
that
is
is
my
not true.
sister.
Nora does that though with my guys all the time.
Nora does that with my guys too. She'll be like, "What are your intentions with my best friend?" I'm like, I just met him at the bar. Like, I don't know.
I'm trying to think. I think we've told this story before, but just a quick overview. I don't think this is my fault, my faux pas on dating, but I brought a guy home after the first date to have intercourse. And when I got home, my sister, Nora, was in my bed with her retainer in, probably drooling on my pillow. And she comes like sliding out of the bed. And she's like, I'll move, I'll move. And the guy's like, why is your roommate moving? And I was like, well, it happens to be my bed. So then
like, happens to be my sister, and that happens to be the bed we're about to fuck in.
So yeah, we get into the bed nice and warm and toast.
Yeah.
So gross, so weird. He's like, oh, she warmed it up for us.
Ew.
I was sleeping. Sometimes I like taking a nap in a room that's not my own.
Also so scary to think about the way that Nora leaves sheets. Like, she's not a clean sleeper, listener.
Can we talk about that really quickly? I know we're just derailing faux pas, but like I do think this could tie in nicely. You bring a man home and your bed should be fucking made. Because that's how I left it.
You slept in it.
No. I mean, I was thinking about me and the way I sleep. So for our esteemed rats, I'm a troubled sleeper and I toss and turn. Actually, right now, the man I'm in Colombia with, like, I am actually going to drive him insane because of how I'm sleeping. I'm like tornadoing these sheets around myself and building like a pillow fortress in the night between us, which I don't mean to do. I don't know. Like, my subconscious is like, get away.
Listener, what you're missing here is that Nora has a body pillow that she does not keep covered by sheet. It is just a raw body pillow that she literally cocoons at night as though it's a human, regardless of if there's a man in there or not.
What Allie means, she doesn't have a pillowcase for it. So it's just, she said a sheet. So there's no pillowcase. So there's period stains on it. It is just the raunchiest pillow. And it's like a really fancy pillow. So it's heavy as fuck. And so she'll toss around with it. And listener, this is why I think I'm sick. My theory is I had to sleep with Nora over the holidays because we had family in town. And her bedroom, one, doesn't have a radiator, so it's freezing cold. It's an ice box in there. Two, I was next to the window where the window unit is, where you're supposed to take out in the winter or at least like weatherproof it. No, there was just a cold draft going down my throat. My chest was freezing. And Nora would flip over in the night, one, steal the covers, and then two, beat me with this fucking 20-pound pillow. So
yeah, because the pillow comes with me, whichever way I flip.
Yeah, so tie it all back in. She is a horrible person to sleep with. So number one, faux pas for her first dates. She convinces a man to sleep with her. Two,
and I put my retainer in at night. I don't care. I'm like, retainer on.
I don't. Teeth last longer than men. I'm totally fine with you sleeping with a retainer.
Thank you. But for the listener, if you want my recommendation on this pillow, it's incredible. So just leave us a comment and maybe I'll tell you.
We're not a sponsor. We're not giving out free advice.
Pillow. But if you are a lucky man who's met my pillow, its name is Frosty, and that means you probably had sex with me.
The cute little angelic smirk.
I don't know if that's true, Nora. You also went through a phase of not sleeping with men that you would bring home and you would demand cuddles.
That's true. My Cuddle Night Stands is what we called them.
What did you call them?
Cuddle Night Stands. Like a one-night stand.
But adorable. That's so cute. Let's normalize that.
Stop supporting it.
She's so cute. Well, to wrap, I wanted to just bring some highlights that I've learned, and then maybe we can all say something about whether or not we approve of these faux pas or think we should be on our best behavior early days. But every single one of these stories has led to a serious relationship, with the exception of the most recent one, which time will tell.
Only time will tell.
But I mean, lasting like a year and a half to almost 4 years, like that's a pretty good run.
Yeah. Maybe you just don't remember all the faux pas with randoms, and they're much worse.
Well, to be fair, I don't get past the first date often.
I don't know how to say this kindly, so I'm just not going to say it kindly at all. But both of those relationships were pretty bad.
Yes.
So the jury's out on whether it's like a good idea or a bad idea to let your freak flag fly on the first date.
Is that what we're calling it? A freak flag? No, I think it's just faux pas.
She waves her flag.
My freak flag.
Guys, these poor listeners. Who would have thought Tara would be the most boring one on this? I know she fucks up constantly.
Miss, like, I want to fuck my fairy novels is like, no, behave on the first date.
Okay, bye, rats. We love you.
See you next time, rats. Bye.
See you next Monday.